Hey guys, haven't heard from me in a while. It's Saturday. It's about 2:15. I'm on my way to the church. And I must say that I'm a bundle of nerves. I'm going to meet with our choir director and his wife, who is his assistant, to go over a solo. Now, we've had the boys ever since, have I got both earrings? Yeah. Since Thursday evening, I went and got them. So, my daughter and son-in-law's in Florida. So the boys have been with us for 2 nights and about 2 full days. And so we've had a ball, had a blast. I'll probably, just depending how it goes, I'll either do a separate video or put some on here of them with us this weekend. But I am a nervous wreck. And you say, why? Hold on, let me get out of here. I have a tricky little T intersection coming out from my house that you can't see real well. But anyway, I've been at my church now for 34 years. 35 years. Ooh. Oh, in June of 1980. That's 35 years. It's a long time. It's a lot longer than a lot of you that are watching have been alive. I know, I look good. I'm just kidding. And I know the sun does horrible on this thing when I'm in the sun, but it's just, you know, I don't have a whole lot of time to film before. But I sang solos at our church for years, and for years and years and years was a feature soloist. And then life just kind of happened. I've always been active in the choir, and 5 years this September. This September will be 5 years that my sister passed away. And it was a very tragic death, a very unexpected. I know I'm crooked. It was a very tragic, very unexpected, very untimely death, and it rocked my world. It literally rocked my world. And there's days that it still rocks my world. But I couldn't do anything for so long. For 2 years, I was in a very strange place. A place of depression, a place of deep, deep grief, a place of wondering what I could have done differently to make things turn out differently. And there comes a point when you suffer deep grief that you have to say, I've got to pull out of this. By God's grace and God's help, I've got to get better. 2 years went by, and that May, I got sick, and I was praying, and I said, God, you've got to bring me out of this. And there was a turning point that weekend. I'll never forget it. But just a lot of things have changed. Through a lot of that grief is when a lot of my autoimmune disease problems, I'd had them before, but they were greatly enhanced. And my doctor said that my grief was manifesting physically. Probably a lot, because I didn't know how else to act. I didn't know. I mean, I had to keep working. I had to keep going on. I really didn't get on here to tell you all of this. But we, so many times in our lives, have to put on a happy face and go when our world is falling apart. So I'm saying all that to say that I haven't sung a solo since then. It will be 5 years in September since she died. I have sang at funerals. I think I sang at a wedding. But to sing and to minister at church, and because when I sing at church, I don't just sing. I've got to believe in what I'm singing. And I don't want to sing unless I'm singing under the anointing of God. So I'm going to meet Brian and Tanya. I hope they will let me talk to them just a little bit for you to hear a little bit of their story. They are amazing worship leaders. They lead our church, and y'all have seen some of the videos, and you're going to see more. But they lead our church in such amazing worship every Sunday. They have 4 children, and Brian is employed full-time with our church, and Tanya works full-time outside the home. So they are a very, very busy couple. But they bring us into the most beautiful worship. We have a Christian school here, and there's some kind of football game going on here today too. That's right here at our church. The school and the stadium's right here. I don't know how they're sitting out there because it's 90 degrees. But I hope they will let me introduce them to you, because they're an amazing couple. So divinely anointed and talented. It's just unbelievable. So I'm going to try to go in here and see if anybody's here, if they're ready to practice. But anyway, we're having a big next Sunday, called Welcome Home. And we do that every year, and it's a time for us to reach out to people that have been involved at our church before and maybe are not actively going somewhere else, or if they even just want to come back and visit. It's a time for that. It's a welcome home to all the people who have been a part of our church, and it's a good opportunity also just to invite people and let them come and see what we're all about, and then we do a big lunch afterwards also. So it's a really neat Sunday, and so we'll do a mass choir between our senior adults, our youth choir, and then the spirit singers that I'm in. And we will do a mass choir, and so it'll be pretty awesome. And I think I can probably talk John into videotaping it for us. Mike could even set up my tripod in the balcony. That's a good idea, so we could get all of it. But it's a great Sunday of expectancy, a great Sunday of enthusiasm, and to show other people that we care, that we're the church on the hill that cares about other people, and to welcome people back. You know, sometimes it's easy to get out of church for various reasons. I've had to miss more than I've ever missed in my whole life due to sickness. But I've just said, you know, I am more rested being off from work the length of time I have been, but I'm not where I want to be and where I need to be. But I just made a commitment to get back in the choir, to sing unto the Lord when I feel like it and when I don't. Because there's times it's very, very hard for me due to my chronic fatigue and due to joint pain, the dizziness that I experience a lot, the balance problems that I have, especially being in an elevated choir. But I have got 2 ladies in the choir, and I told them, and they've just, oh my gosh, they're just wonderful, Jeannie and Rita, and they can't stand it when I'm not in the choir. And so I told them, I said, okay, one of you is going to be my right guard, and the other one's going to be my left guard, and you're going to protect me when we're going up and down these steps. And they do. They have gotten to where they grab me and they hold on to me, because you know, I'm very shaky going up and down different levels. So they are definitely being my right guard and my left guard, and I appreciate that so much, because I am very, you know, it's just hard to explain. It's not so much a dizziness as it is feeling disoriented a large part of the time. So but I'm waiting on them to get here. I hope they're not in there waiting on me, but I'm going to practice with them, and like I said, maybe they'll let me introduce them to you. I know so many of you love to sing and you love music, and after Getaway Girl, Amy, oh God, I love you, Amy. You just are so real. I love that in people. You know, I subscribe to a lot of people on YouTube, but I watch the real ones. I love watching the real ones. I love watching Leanne live. Oh God, she makes me laugh so much. I love watching Amy. Girl, I know you watch me. I love, oh my gosh, Something Different. Sarah in Orlando. I told her she has the mind of Robin Williams. And she said, oh my God, that's the greatest compliment. But that mind is... Poor old Doug Woolley. I know he has to go to bed to get away from her. My couponing girl in Tennessee, I love her because she's real. She'll sit down, she'll say, y'all, I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. Y'all, I don't even know where I'm going. Give me a drink of coffee. So, you know, there's people on YouTube that's making millions of dollars and they're, you know, sponsored here and there, but I like you real people. So I'm just being real with you today too. But Amy, this is what I started to say, is Amy couldn't believe it when I told her that we're Facebook friends. And she went up on that mountain and was listening to that Southern gospel music and came down all snotty-nosed and crying. And Lord, when she started that video and crying and everything, I started crying. And I had on mascara and everything. And I was wiping snot and wiping mascara. And I just had to pause her and go take my makeup off and come back and finish listening to her. And I just cried and cried because, you know, her grief was so real of what she had experienced in her lifetime. But I wrote her and I said, girl, we're not going to let you listen to no more Southern gospel music if it's going to do you that way. Up on that hill running. The only difference between me and Amy is that I'm about 15 years older than her, and she runs and listens to music, and I just sit on the couch and listen to music. Obviously, our physiques are a little different. But I told her, I said, Amy, I want to try to find some way to show y'all, but I sang in a Southern gospel group for almost 6 years when I was in my 20s. And she was like, get out of here. We recorded 2 albums and we were local yokels, but we loved it. We loved it. And we had a bus and everything. So my daughter is a great, great vocalist now. She grew up with all of that. So, but anyway, I know this is getting lengthy. So I'm going to go in here and maybe they'll be here. Maybe they went in on the other side of the church or something. There's just so many cars here that I can't tell if they're here or not. Oh, they're, maybe that's them. But anyway, I'll check in with y'all a little bit.
So it'll just bounce on the ending there.
Okay.
So we'll do chorus ending, go back to chorus ending.
Okay.
And then when we go to tag the ending, we'll just repeat that last line.
Okay. This is my wonderful choir directors I was telling you about.
Oh,
She's
God.
like, you're going to
Stop
put me
it.
on YouTube.
Stop it.
I
Hey.
was telling them about it. So, Tanya, you look adorable.
No, I don't.
Tanya, you look adorable with the sackcloth.
Oh, please.
Them dimples. Did you
Oh,
did
my
you
God.
die for the dimples
That's just
first?
for the dimples, absolutely.
I mean, did you not?
Absolutely.
I've been so jealous of girls with dimples. This is my choir directors, Brian and Tanya Gibson, and they're awesome. They've been hearing your music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
Awesome.
music's been doing great, and so we're going to be doing more of it. So look at her; she won't look up. Look how cute she is under that hat. So anyway, how long have you been doing music?
24 years I have in church. She's been doing music, I guess, since she was a kid.
And she's the most awesome pianist in the world. She rocks. I was telling them before I was taping on the way over here how y'all rock us into worship every Sunday.
That's the God stuff.
It is God stuff. It's the real stuff, and people are loving it too, y'all. They're saying they wish they could be here for it. So that's what it's all about. So I told you I'd get them. They totally didn't know what I was doing. So anyway, it went good. They made me feel really comfortable and made me feel good about it. They are such a sweet couple, and I did grab them. As you saw, I grabbed them on tape for a few minutes. Tanya's so cute, got them huge dimples, and she was ducking under that hat as you saw them. But anyway, so we'll see. We're going to practice tomorrow at church, and but anyway, I'm excited to be singing again and ministering. And this song is called God Is, and I'll tell you more about it later. But anyway, practice went good. I think I was worried for nothing, but God is good, and He calms our nerves when we need to be, and He gives people to reassure us when we need to be reassured also. So, but Sunday week is when we'll be singing it, and so I'm looking forward to a great Sunday service. And y'all, it's not to to get to sing. It's not about that. It's about ministering unto others and sharing what the Lord has done for you through song. When you have a gift to sing and a gift to minister to others, it's important for you to be able to do that. It's like teaching or preaching or anything else you do, acts of giving and stuff like that. So it's important when you have the gift to sing, and gift of ministry is important to you to be able to do that. So that's what it's about. It's not about Suzanne getting on stage and being in front of everybody, because trust me, I don't have any desire at this point. I'm happy being a back row Lucy, just being back there and being part of the crowd. So it's not about that. I don't want y'all to think that. It's about ministering unto the Lord and sharing the good things that He's done for you through song. And He is, God is. He is, He always has been, and He always will be. I love you guys. Have a good weekend.